Hello, and thank you for being here. I have another concept for you. I have still been unable to form a concrete opinion myself, so let's get started. Today, I wanted to talk about the concept of a highly sensitive person. During my diagnosis process, my psychologist suggested that it could be a highly sensitive person as opposed to someone who's autistic. And I had to wonder what exactly the difference could be, and if there is a difference, and if perhaps someone my age who's labeled as a highly sensitive person might actually be a high masking autistic person. Let's dive in. Let's examine the idea of a highly sensitive person. HSP. HSPs and autistic women with high masking abilities share a lot of similarities. Being an HSP is considered to be a spectrum, although it's not a diagnosis. I repeat, it's not a diagnosis. It's not in the DSM. It's not any sort of condition, not technically. It's just kind of a term that's around. So that being said, some common characteristics of a highly sensitive person include heightened sensitivity to physical surroundings like lights, sounds, smells, deep processing of emotions and experiences, empathy and concern for others' well-being, emotional reactions to art, music, and nature, and a need for regular breaks and downtime in order to recharge. That being said, a high masking autistic woman who displays behaviors that hide or disguise their autistic traits might also appear with a lot of these same things. It's a coping strategy used to fit in and to navigate in the neurotypical world. Masking comes with its own set of challenges and can lead to burnout, mental health issues, and difficulty with self-identity. Some common characteristics of highly masking autistic women include mimicking social norms and behaviors to fit in, effort to suppress or hide repetitive or different behaviors, learning and using social scripts in order to interact with others, suppressing or hiding special interests or sensory sensitivities. Someone who is a highly sensitive person might go into a room and kind of feel the emotions of the people in the room around them and become overwhelmed if the lights are also dramatic or there's other sensory stimuli or things going on. They may also need to step out of the room and take a break in order to not be overstimulated, which is also very similar to an autistic experience. An autistic person might have difficulty communicating because of that, but also because they're unsure of how to proceed in this specific social situation because we're lacking the social understanding of like rules that might be in place and any nonverbal cues that might be happening. Whereas a highly sensitive person wouldn't be dealing with that specifically. Again, no diagnosis for HSP. It's not in the DSM. So like not accepted for insurance to pay for therapy, and a lot of practitioners probably haven't even heard of a highly sensitive person. So again, I'm still struggling to form my exact opinion on this. It feels like they are two separate things because I can totally see a type of person who would be overwhelmed in the ways that I described, but not so much overwhelmed in the other way that I described. I feel like it's possible that they are two separate things. I'm not an expert here, and I think it's interesting to me that these two things are very similar. A high masked autistic woman and someone that would be called a highly sensitive person. So, regardless, I'm just happy that if someone finds an identity that really feels right for them and helps them find any sort of answers or support or understanding, that's wonderful. That's what it's about, right? I want people to find, I want to somehow, I don't know. This is why I'm becoming a therapist. I would like to help people find the ways to their own answers. So something like finding out that they're perhaps a highly sensitive person and it helps them cope, feel fulfilled, or provide support. Totally in favor of that. And I'm also in favor of people self-identifying as autistic for the same reason. If it helps them feel fulfilled, find support, find community, and explains all of the things they've always experienced, I think that's a really great place, especially a great place to get started. So if you have any questions or comments you'd like to share, things that relate, unrelated to understanding a highly sensitive person or autism, very welcome. Remember, any new insight gained by all of us helps to foster a greater empathy, compassion, understanding for everyone's differences. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.